Have a lot of people asking about this one. So by popular request, we're making a video about these bottles. So here we go. All right. So our last on-site video, we demonstrated how MZR was used in a real-world application. A lot of people really liked the product, the results, but also a lot of people liked the bottles we were using. People were asking us, where'd you get these bottles? How'd you do that? Are these custom? Does Coach Kemi carry them? So all of those are kind of all the right answers. So we have the sprayable bottles here. These bottles I will link in the description below. It's just a 16-ounce spray bottle for chemical use. And Coach Kemi actually, on their site, they carry the labels. So you can purchase the labels, like here's the alkaline wheel cleaner, gummy fix, Green Star, and then of course you have the MZR FU and Top Star. So you can get those and place them in your own bottles at the dilution ratios that you as you wish. Top Star obviously and FU are going to be full concentration, but we run with these for all of our interior stuff. The exterior stuff, obviously we keep in the bigger bottle because you need a better sprayer and you need more output. So we use the KCX sprayer, the black and white one, directly on the bottle. So that's for PSS, for gummy fix, for that types of stuff. And then for the heavier stuff, like the real heavy alkaline that we're using on the exterior, we're using pump sprayers. So they also have their pump sprayer options that you can use for their soaps, for their wheel cleaners, and etc. We use the IK. I'll post the IK foamers that we use for the products and what product we use it for. But the labels are really good because the labels you can put on, you can put on your bottles, you can put on your pump sprayers. That way it's an identifier so you know exactly what's in there. So you don't have to write stuff on it. It's not looking sloppy. It's looking clean. And also, if you're training somebody, you know exactly where it's at. So it took a little bit of a learning curve, but it's pretty simple using these bottles. And then people also asked, where did you get the smaller FU, Leather Star? Where did you get those smaller bottles? These were bottles of Quick and Shine that I used in the past, and I cut out the labels and I made custom little bottles because I'm not using a ton of FU, so I don't really need that huge bottle to put it in. And I'm also not using a lot of the Leather Star, so I got a smaller bottle to put that in as well. So I just measured it out, cut the label accordingly. So now I have both in our mobile rig. So the solutions are there. Unfortunately, they don't make the labels like this smaller. That'd be great. Or just have the smaller bottles. But I understand they do sell everything in higher concentrates. So it's probably just going to cost way too much money, and it's probably not cost efficient to make small bottles of everything, small and large bottles of everything. Although it would be great, that's fine. But the downside to this is the labels obviously aren't going to stick as if they were coming off the assembly line. So you may have to change the bottles. It's a lot of work. If you care about the appearance, if you care about your organization, and if you care about having things a certain way, you may want to go through the trouble of doing something like this. But if not, I totally understand. They also have another option. And depending on the volume that you're doing, you may need maybe a 32-ounce bottle, a larger bottle. So Coach Kemi even offers that with compliant stickers, which are going to tell you, it's going to tell you if it's a corrosive or not. It's going to tell you if it's an irritant, if you're not supposed to be breathing it in. It's going to have all of that on the warning labels here. And these also pretty much tell you everything that's on there, everything you need to know. So they're compliant. They even have measurements on here. These you can get at Car Supplies Warehouse. And we have the 10% off, details 10. You guys already know that. So if you guys want to go that option, you can go that option, and they have these sprayers as well. These sprayers are really good. I put my gummy fix in these bottles, and I spray, and I put the really, really high mist on here, pretty much as much of a mist as you can get. It stretches my gummy fix a lot longer, and I get really, really nice coverage. So same thing with Plastar. So definitely recommend this route here. If you have something where you're not doing a lot of volume and you want to be organized, you want all the labels and stuff to be consistent, you can go this route, or you can go this route for your concentrations. And these, they come in a whole bunch of different, I'm pretty sure you can get it pretty much in every label. Like for here, I have a multi-star and a green star. These labels we put on our IK, the Battery Pro 12, which I'll link in the description. But those we actually use on these because we have one for alkaline wheel cleaner as well. And then we have one for the multi-star. So those are both labeled and they're compliant. They're easy for us to grab. We know which one we're using. If anybody's working with us for the day, they know exactly what's going on. So you guys can pick up those. So they have two types of labels you can pick up for either, either set you want to do. We did these. I took a lot of time making these guys, and I think I have about 10 different products that I made for these ones here. So those are just for our use because we wanted something we wanted something a little bit more uniform. But these guys here are really, really doing the job. These do most of the work for us. So if you want any of the labeling, kcxusa.com. If you need any of the bottles of the sprayers, I'll leave this set of bottles and sprayers linked in the description in the Amazon link. And then these bottles here and sprayers you can get at Car Supplies Warehouse. Use the coupon code details10 to get 10% off. So I hope that answers your question about the bottles. Let me know what you guys are using for your guys' bottle solutions, how you guys are using them, the concentrates that you guys like. If you guys are using any of the stuff that we're using, the MZR or the Polestar, Green Star, what dilutions are you guys using in that? And also, what output are you using it at? I'm looking for a better option for the Green Star output. I'm thinking about getting the KCX pump sprayer simply for floor mats, just to cover a bigger space in a very short amount of time, let those dwell down, because I'm using it right now out of one of these guys and it's a lot of trigger pulling. I know people are going to complain and say, oh, why are you crying about pulling a trigger? But over time, if you're doing multiple cars at the same location, you're going to want to be able to get that stuff onto the surface. The longer it sits, the better it's going to clean. And, the faster you can apply things, obviously, the more time you're going to save. The more time you save, the more money you make. So hope that answers your questions. Go check them all out. CarSuppliesWarehouse.com. Also, KCXUSA.com. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.